Welcome to Kankakee Podcast, where we talk about the people and the place of Kankakee County. I'm Drew Raisor, and today we are joined by Jeff Cross once again.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
I'm above average for
Heck
sure.
Yeah, that's good. So today's folks in the podcast, so last time you gave me great advice. We talked about my love cheeseburgers, the whole thing.
Yeah.
This time, we want to focus on ordinary dads. One of the biggest things that you're a part of, I would say.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm probably going to ask you some questions I asked you last time as well, just to make sure we have all the answers in this podcast. But let's start off with the basics. So what is Ordinary Dads?
So Ordinary Dads is a group of about 15 guys that are literally local guys, typically fathers, and that are ordinary. They don't have a singing background. They don't have a degree in what is it? Your degree
Music?
in music. Yeah. You know, they don't have any of that. They're educators. They're retired. They're janitors. You know, they're all kinds of stuff that are ordinary, and they sing Christmas songs in the holiday time to help raise money for families. So that's bottom line is that's why we got the name Ordinary Dads.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be, the great chorus of Kankakee County.
Right.
You know, we are very ordinary. And I even tossed around the idea of average, below average, because I think that was my very first, the very first album that we put out, digital album, was called A Below Average Christmas. That's what it was called. Sweet. So, I mean, we're not trying to sell it like we're something special, but the actual goal of Ordinary Dads, I believe, is very special.
Absolutely. I agree. And you guys are doing 2 shows this year, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we're doing, December 6th at 3:00 at Aroma Park United Methodist Church, and then December 6th at 6:00 at Grace Baptist Church.
Gotcha. Cool. And is there a reason you guys are doing them there, or just where it works out?
Well, our music director is the music director at Aroma Park. So we practice there, and we performed there last year. And the reason we brought Grace into the mix was because, again, another local church, and one of the families who we're helping is the pastor at Grace.
Gotcha.
So it just seemed like that was a pretty good fit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I love the name Ordinary Dads because I think that is the best way to encompass it. And it's also a good chance for these dads who are just ordinary dads, doing their job as a father, to come out and also have some fun, sing some songs. And it's not about the pressure of like, all right, do you know what note we're going here or that? It's come out and just sing your heart out, monotone, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. When Marla, our director, Marla Barnard, when she says, Jeff, you're off pitch, I just respond, I don't know what that means. Right. So I know how to sing. I just know how to belt out, but we do have some good singers in the group. I don't want to make it sound like we're a bunch of hobos out there trying to sing.
Right.
We have some people that are very talented and maybe need some coercing to get out of their shell a little bit and say, hey, listen, I'm listening to you. You can sing. So, and we have some solos.
Right.
But it's, ordinary dads doing extraordinary things. Yeah. That's what we do.
So with this, I'm sure it can be hard at times to have a time where every one of these dads can meet at one place. How do you guys make that work?
We don't.
You don't?
We don't.
All right.
And when I ask the gentleman to say they'll sing or not, say yes, and I make it very, very clear. If you got something going on, it's okay to miss practice. Yeah. If you whatever, your kid's got a game, it's okay to miss practice. We only practice 8 times.
Got ya.
So we practice on Wednesdays, and we start on the first Wednesday of October, and there's typically 4, but there's actually 5 this month.
Gotcha.
So there's 5, and then we'll practice 3 in November because we take Thanksgiving week off.
Yeah.
So that's 7, and then our performance day is December 6th. So we'll practice that one Wednesday in December. That's 8 practices.
Yeah.
So we literally do all this in 8 hours.
Right. Which I'm sure it makes it helpful that it is Christmas music. So it's probably songs at least they're familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And we sing some unique Christmas songs too. Maybe even some Christmas hymns, things like that. It's not all just Jingle Bells and Frosty the Snowman. Yeah. So we do some of that, which requires us to practice. And ultimately I see practice as just for a chance to hang out with the guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to hang out with the guys, see how they're doing. I want them to laugh at me. I want to laugh at them.
Right.
It's always funny when Marla maybe scolds someone else for not singing on pitch instead of me. I'm like, now you know how it feels.
Right.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Have you had any like funny stories come out of the rehearsals from last year at all?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about funny stories, but it's real quick how we learn about each other, how someone's willing to, let's not necessarily make a fool of yourself, but do some slapstick stuff just for a laugh.
Yeah.
Where others are like, I want to be in the back row. And we have one gentleman, a really good singer. He stands about 5'0" and we're like, come on over to the front. He's like, nope, I'm good right here.
He's gonna stay right in the back. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good right here. Well, when they can't see you, that's okay.
Yeah, right.
So I always think that stuff's funny. And it's really, I remember the very first year, 3 years ago, we were all in a room about this size. And, we just had canned music in our ears and we were singing to the music. And, we had the room divided up into 3 on one side, 3 on the other. And basically 3 people that could sing and 3 people that couldn't. Yeah. And the 3 people that could sing, they had the first verse or whatever that was. And they sang it out. And you looked at the 3 of us and we're like, uh-oh, we're in trouble here. You know what I mean? So that was, it's always fun to see that because when you see, if you were to see any of our members of our group walking down the street, you wouldn't know. I mean, yourself with the music background, you probably can sing.
Yeah, I think I can at least.
Yeah, you think you can sing, but you wouldn't know that about anybody. Right. And it's especially true when you see an ordinary dad go by and they see him walk on the stage, like, can these guys sing? We're going to find out.
We're going to find out right now.
We're all in ugly Christmas sweaters and, we're going to give it a whirl.
Right. Yeah, well, that is what's also so fun about music is that, like, it is something like with singing, especially. I believe that you don't have to be able to hit every note or hit every tune and really hit any of them to sing. And I think that's what's great about it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so I think there's like a technical singing, which is like, all right, like this is my sheet music, and I'm going to make sure I do this and I sing with my proper vowels. And then there's just singing.
You're singing, right?
Yeah, it's
just
like
belt it out.
Right. Yeah. It's like the new Taylor Swift album. I can't sing that high, but in my car I sure can. I'm just singing then, Yeah,
and that's interesting with Ordinary Dads. We have the music. We have a booklet with a couple handful of songs that we sing, and it's just the words. Yeah, it's not any notes. Right. It's none of that stuff. So, and Marla, our director, she would be like, okay, we're gonna sing whatever song, right? And I was like, Marla, well, we don't have the words to that song. Well, you guys know the song. Okay. We're 15 ordinary guys that are already, a little nervous just being up here. We need every word in front of us. Right. You're not going to ask us to ad lib.
It's never going to hurt to have the words in front of you. I learned that in music school. That's for sure.
That was, I bet last year, since it was going to be a live performance, until the last 2 practices, all 15 guys were just staring down. We weren't looking up singing at all. Right. We were just, finally, we kind of came out of our shell and got used to the song. Got used to this,
a little more confidence.
And the same thing happened this year. Our first practice, we played a song that we all knew, and we were like, oh, okay, we still got it here. Right. So it's pretty, I don't want to say old hat, but it's a lot more comfortable for us to get into our groove.
I'm sure. I assume the group has grown over time as you have kept going.
6 was first year, 15 was second year. 15 again this year. Nice. Lost 2 or 3, gained 2 or 3.
Gotcha.
So, because, not all dads can commit to, we have one gentleman who one of his kids was getting married. So he couldn't commit the time, even though it is only 8 hours. He just didn't feel right, giving up that time. Yeah. So that happens, and you got someone that gets sick and someone maybe not feeling good or whatever that is. So, I put it out to anybody. I literally put it out. I don't know if you ever heard of the app called Nextdoor.
Yes, I have.
So I put it on Nextdoor app.
Right. Why not?
I said, hey, listen, anybody dads out there want to sing the ordinary? And I got 2 people on it.
Heck yeah.
So I'm like, all right. My wife gives me a hard time a lot because I'll go up to any any person. And like, I see you're a dad. Yeah. Would you want to sing with us? They're like,
I mean,
well, what do you mean sing? Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. You scare them a little bit.
She's like, man, you're just, you're scaring people besides yourself. So
yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
So is there anything different about this year? Is there going about any differently?
Oh yeah. So we're taking out, I think last year, we sang 12 songs or 12 versions of songs. And then we're taking out at least 3 or 4 of those and adding 2 or 3 or 4 different ones. Maybe even a little bit, I don't want to call it choreography, but there's going to be a little bit of
choreographed movement.
You know, last year we had the whole, we did the leg kick. And this time we're going to bump it up a little bit to 2 guys doing some special moves. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's exciting.
We haven't practiced it yet. We've talked about it a lot, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to pull it off.
Yeah, that's sweet.
We will. It'll be ordinary.
Yeah, of course. Maybe even above ordinary.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought about like Christmas caroling? Like going out like that maybe?
So, yeah, it's been mentioned before, even people in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't want to require dads to take more time away.
Right.
We've had some veteran homes reach out. Could you come sing for us and things like that? And we would love to be able to do that. But one of the things that, like I said, is just, I don't want dads to have to, okay, well, now we're going to practice 8 times and then we're going to go caroling once and then we're going to go sing at a veteran's home and then we're going to go sing in another veteran's home.
Very quickly adds up.
It very quickly adds up. And we're done December 6th. So that way they have 3 weeks for Christmas.
Right.
So it's difficult to do that. I would love to say yes to all that. And I'm a Christmas enough guy. I mean, my kids are out of the house and I just have one grandkid that I'm really going to pay attention to or, spend time with at Christmas time. And they live 2.5 hours away. So if someone said, hey, you want to come sing in a veteran home? I'd probably say, yeah, if I was available.
Right.
But the group isn't like that. So,
yeah, 100%.
And maybe out of 15 guys, if I said you want to go caroling, I might have 5 or 6. So yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't want them to have to worry about that. Come time when I ask them in September, they know it's just going to be 8 hours and the performance.
Yeah.
I already feel like I've put them under the gun by adding another performance.
Right. I get you.
So,
yeah.
So, think about it, but not for long.
Got it. Right. For sure. So, which I assume it might be too late at this point, but say somebody wanted to join. So like there's a dad is listening. It's like, I'd love to do that.
I think it's okay. Yeah.
Cool.
I think we have a dad that's probably going to join. Wanted to do it, but really couldn't commit, and still can't commit to the last. We only have 6 more practices left. Yeah. Couldn't commit, but it said I could commit to every other week.
Gotcha.
I'm like, go for it.
Sweet.
We're not going to, unless you're some sort of great singer. If you're above average, you know what I mean, then maybe we might give you a solo. But chances are, if you're only coming to 4 practices, you're just going to sing along with us.
Right. Yeah.
You're just going to read the words and sing along with us. So we're not going to ask you to do anything special.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great.
And I think that's, your counterpart, Andrew, he said he thinks that's one of the charms of it, that it is just all dads.
Yeah, I agree. And I think like, which you could easily just have, guys who aren't dads, but that is the appeal. It's every person up there is a dad. Their kids come and see the show. It's it's a family event where everyone comes to. It's very nice.
Last year's group, I haven't counted this year's group, but last year's group, we represented with the 15 guys over 30 kids.
Wow.
So they were fathers or stepfathers to over 30 kids.
That's crazy.
So, that's important.
Right. Absolutely.
Our kids need dads.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And even they need dads to sing.
Right. Well, and I think also it's a great example for your kids of that. It's like, hey, because maybe in the world of, the manly men going up and singing on stage may not be what you do, but showing your kids, it's like, you can be a dad and go up there and still have fun.
Yep, and I think that's very true because we do have kids and their dads sing in the group too, and I think their dads enjoy singing with their kids,
right? And
I think their kids enjoy watching their dad having a good time, and they get a chance to sing with them because every kid wants to play with their dad, and if they can't play with them because it's it's winter outside and we can't go outside, but we can go sing.
Yeah, 100%.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very awesome.
Yeah.
And then if they want to join, do they just reach out to you?
Yeah, you can just email me at jeffcross22@gmail.com.
Sweet.
Follow me on any social media platforms. I feel like I oversell it a lot on all the social media, and people go, "Oh, here he goes again." But that's the only way it's going to happen is if you just keep pushing it out there.
Yeah.
At least the only way I know how.
Right. I
besides asking people, and I can only ask so many people.
Right. Yeah. And so do you guys film it as well? Is there how does that work?
Yeah, last year we did film it. And it didn't turn out as great. The feedback wasn't as good as far as not necessarily it was a bad film.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't. We did it for 3 people.
Yeah, right.
It's a rather costly thing to be able to do that, time consuming, all those things for the 3 people that, because you get people that live in Florida and are maybe know me, like I donate, but I can't come to the concert.
Right.
So can I get a copy? So we would do those things, but that's, you're doing that for 3 or 4 people. As my friend says, the juice is not worth the squeeze.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you don't want to donate, that's fine because you won't get a chance to watch it. But don't donate because you want to watch it. Donate because you want to help families.
Right. Exactly.
That's why I want you to donate.
Well, and also and I feel like sometimes everything is online now. Yeah. So come out to a live event, the only place you can see it.
Last year when it was going, it was kind of a rain snow mix, and we're like, it was on a Sunday night. We're thinking it may or may not. We don't know how this is going to turn out, and they were standing room only.
Yeah,
standing room only, and people have already asked me this year, can we buy tickets? Where do we buy tickets at? It's not. It's a first come, first serve.
Yeah, you
have to get to the door. You have to get your seat.
Right.
If you don't, you could be left standing.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you guys sell out? Is that a...
Yeah, no, last year we were out of seats. Mm-hmm. So we took a bunch of folding chairs, put those out, filled those up, and then we had standing room in the back where no chairs or nothing, just watching.
That's awesome.
And it's a short performance, hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes.
Right, yeah.
So it's not like you're, we don't have intermissions,
right.
It's very short. We want to kick off the holiday season with a chance to sing some songs, which everyone's going to know, and you're going to sing along with us. And listen, we love it. I say that at the very beginning of our program. Us dads love it when y'all sing along with us because for one, it makes us sound better.
Right. Yeah. Some more voices in the room.
We feel like we're doing a good job.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. Can we mention the families?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
So, we're helping 2 families. One is Bedford Erickson, the Erickson family. Bedford is 3.5 years old, has a rare neurological disease, and I can't say the name. I'm just no good. I don't know if you know how to say the name either. But I know it's so rare that just very few people in the world have it. That's how rare it is. And he's already using a walker to get around. And his mom and dad have really pushed hard to try. And I think it's take me to the curb, meet you at the curb.
Yeah, meet me at the curb.
Meet you at the curb, meet me at the curb for Bedford. And they're trying really hard because he's going to be in school next year that they want to have a playground that's accessible for him.
Yeah.
So, and it's not necessarily he can't play on the playground because he can do that. He just can't get to it because he's in a walker. So someone has to carry him. Can't get through the mulch. He can't get through the sand. He can't get through that stuff. So they want to get a surface that he can just roll onto and go play on the playground by himself. So that is a very costly thing. Now we know the ordinary dads is not going to be able to raise that kind of money that's needed because they're doing multiple things.
Yeah.
We want to be able to help in that situation. We just want to be able to help. So maybe that, whatever that is we raise for them, puts them over the edge.
Yeah, right.
That's what we want to do. So Bedford is one. And then Megan Dalton, who is the daughter of the pastor at Grace Baptist Church. Chad Dalton is the pastor, and his daughter, Megan, I know it's cancer, leukemia, I believe. I think it's non-Hodgkin's leukemia. Went through treatment. She just finished her treatment about a month ago. And, she has medical bills piling up. So
I can imagine, yeah.
We're going to try and help with that too. So that was one of the reasons we're doing 2 performances. So originally I was like, okay, we'll do one for Bedford and we'll do one for Megan. Then I'm like, well, that's we don't know who's going to show up where. So we're doing 2 performances, going to put all the money together, divide it right in half and say, here you go.
That's great.
And it's, I've tried. I haven't tried, but I've thought about the whole 501c3 and making this, very easier for companies to say, "Hey, Walmart, I'll give you a check for $1,000."
Right. Yeah.
This is really a community event, and I would love for, if anybody's listening out there and like, "Hey, listen, I want to give to it," that's fine. Just know that we're not 501c yet anyway. But what my point was I was getting to is when we get done December 6th, we're going to count the money, and December 7th, we're giving them the money.
Yeah, right.
There's no red tape. There's no nothing. This is going to happen quick so they can use the money right away.
Absolutely.
And that's probably one of the things that I like about it is we're not a bunch of red tape. This is a community event that we're going to give to me right away.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's not there's no we have to do this when this fee's going to come out and it's straight to people.
We raised this much, but everything every dollar we generate goes straight to the families, and there's nothing to cover.
That's great.
Nothing to cover. So, I mean, we get King Music, they donate and give us our music stands and things like that. So that's all helpful. And we have companies that donate making copies for us and things like that. But ultimately there's no red tape.
Absolutely.
And so after we get done this one, we're, somebody always said you're going to do next year. So, well, there's always another family.
Right.
There's always someone that is needing help. So we don't know who that'll be or when it'll be, but as long as we can have a good success again this year, we're going to do it again.
Just keep on going. Yeah. Why stop?
That's right. That's ordinary dads doing extraordinary things.
Absolutely. And that's a great point of there's always a family in need. That's great. Yep.
That's all I got.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all I got too. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I'll put the addresses of where the shows are going to be and the dates and times on the screen. But besides that, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, Jeff.
All right. Thanks, man.